I'm well aware how this works. Hey yo, Jack the Cool here. I decided to take a little bit of an in-depth look at Jet Set Radio. Originally released on the Dreamcast, and recently, semi-recently I suppose, re-released on Steam. And I'm not looking at the game itself so much as some of the design choices that were made. And that's the thing that I'd like to take a look at. Excuse? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, first off, what do we look at? We see there's color. There's actually fucking color everywhere. You don't see that a lot in new games. The control scheme's fairly simple. The entire game can be played using WASD and the mouse, with the exception of Enter for the Start button and Escape for the B button. Oh, I guess I accidentally did part of the tutorial. Alright. But what I'd like to take a look at is the graphic design. You look around, and there's a lot of things with a lot of different colors. But the things are shaped in such a way that it's pretty easy to tell what you can interact with and what you can't. This thing you can jump on and grind on. That's a wall. You can wall right off of it. Pretty simple stuff. This is the floor. You can do.
Nice.
These are spray cans. You can collect them. I mean, it's not 100% obvious that you can collect them, except for the fact that they're weird, spinning and floating in the air. So it's kind of assumed that you can collect them. But what's really interesting is the player character. If we take a look at Beat, what do we see? We see that he's yellow, and we see that he has a dark outline. Well, pretty much any graphic design student will tell you that yellow with a dark outline is pretty much the easiest thing to see on any background. Look, we can see him on the gray background, we can see him on this white background. We can even put him next to something else that's yellow, and there's no chance of him getting... he doesn't blend in. No matter what background you put, no matter what this guy stands next to, he'll never get lost. You'll always be able to tell where he is. I think it's also compounded by the fact that there's nothing else here that has outlines except for these arrows, which are also important, because you have to go up to them, and that's where you spray paint. Also, another thing that I noticed about the player character is that the bright spots. His feet are bright, his fingers are bright, his shirt is bright, his head is bright. And those are really the only things you need to pay attention to, because that's where his hitbox is. You know, him from the waist up, that's pretty much all you need to pay attention to as far as horizontal, you know, X and Y fucking... From the waist up, that's all you really need to pay attention to as to where he is when it comes to running into things, when it comes to getting shot by enemies, and his feet are really all you need to know when it comes to landing on things.
Nice. Nice.
Even when he's doing weird tricks all over the place, you can still see pretty much exactly where he's going to be just by where the bright spots happen to be.
Yeah.
And then I hit something. Now we're going to take a look at the area. The stage, if you will. This thing's bright, but it's a little subdued, really. There's no... It's white, and it's red, but it's like a dull kind of red. And then this has a very subdued color scheme. It's all blue, because it's not important. This thing's all green. These signs are pretty colorful, but they're not neon like the character is.
Yeah, nice.
Even the things that are like a fluorescent yellow, like these signs, and those flags back there,
Nice.
they don't really draw too much attention to themselves.
Yeah. Nice.
Obviously these arrows are really easy to notice, but that's because they're designed that way. They also have the outlines, the same outlines that the player character has. Look at this. This is like a fluorescent yellow, but it's still dark to the point where it doesn't draw much attention to the eye. Not like the bright green rails, at least. Even when the rails are in the shadows, you can still see them. They draw the eye. Still not as much as the player character, but enough for you to notice, hey, wait, this is actually a thing. The only thing that seems a little questionable about the graphic design when it comes to the obstacles is that when you look at it from dead on, there's no hard lines. There's nothing to tell you where one polygon ends and the other polygon begins. Which is fine. It makes it look pretty nice. It's got, pretty sure that's cell shading. But it makes it sometimes a little bit difficult to figure out where you need to step.
Nice.
I wasn't aware that was possible. In addition, there's just, the stores. Here we have delicious coffee, God damn. Okay, the camera controls are still god-awful. But Delicaus coffee. And then if we look right over here, there's another one. Mistress Bagel. I don't know what that's a reference to. I know that this is clearly a Starbucks. I don't know what that is. I know that this says... What does this say? Karaoke? Oh, karaoke. So these are signs advertising karaoke. Probably do some... That's not a karaoke spot, that's a bank. What an unhelpful sign. What an unhelpful... What are these, electrical boxes? They've got graffiti on them, and I hadn't noticed that. These bikes can fuck right off. This can fuck right off.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this sign says. I don't fucking know. That's Rokaku, which is weird because that's the name of the villain. Okay. I know what these say. This is hamburger and cheeseburger, 63 yen and 71 yen. Those roughly translate to about 63 cents and 71 cents. 71 cents for a cheeseburger. Hot damn. NPC. About what? About B? There's an F. About F. There's parking, there's book. Duh. I don't fucking know.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
If we come around here, we can also see another little something something. If I can back up enough, we can take a look. Is that 10-1 or 10-7? I can't tell. But looky right there. One of the obvious repeating buildings is this game's spoof of the 10-9... Yeah, the 10-9 building in actual Shibuya. Which makes sense, because this is Shibuya-cho, the fictional part of the game's world. I know that the 10-4 building featured prominently in The World Ends With You, and if you look in the back of the Gallo Sengen music video, you can see 10-8. So, this building's kind of a big deal. Now, it's weird that they put it as just one of the regular old repeating buildings, because if you look, there's one right up there. And, well, you can't even get to it, so...
Nice.
Now, another thing that has to do with Shibuya and The World Ends With You is, if you look, that's the Scramble Crossing. There's no two ways about it. That's the Scramble Crossing, right in there. If you look at the cover of The World Ends With You, it's the same placement of buildings and everything. Also, here's a Baskin-Robbins. Or, Bebsic rabbits? The texture quality is so low, I can't. I'm just gonna. Just gonna skate backwards for a while.
Yeah. 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 Nice. Nice. Ha. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Ha. Yeah. 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 Nice. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Ha. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Ha. Ha. Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. I'm gonna kill myself now.